When Charlie came to us, he was outside of society, without any friends, no relatives, without the mental equipment to live a normal life. No past, no contact with the present, no hope for the future. It might have been said that Charlie Gordon did not really exist without this experiment. And now may I present to you my colleague, Professor Harold Niemer.
How dare you? I'm a person, a human being with parents and a history and memories, and I was before you ever rolled me into the operating room.
Has the mouse retained his new mental capacity without any variations?
Well, not exactly. At the peak of his intelligence, Algernon occasionally varies. At times, he'll refuse to work, and also, when solving a problem, instead of accepting his reward, he'll hurl himself against the wall of the maze.
Why wasn't I told that? That's important!
But we believe this is unique to Algernon, as it has never occurred in any of the other mice.
But the other mice never achieved his level of intelligence, or held it as long.
Now, Charlie.
So we have every reason to believe that Algernon's cure and Charlie's will be permanent.
But how have you determined that, Professor?
Through statistical evaluations based on previous experiments. Normally dull mice made normally intelligent retain that state until the end of their lifespan. The only difference is that with Algernon, we're vastly more successful, and Charlie's intellect has grown to that of a genius level.
That doesn't mean anything. Your conclusions are premature.
What do you mean?
It's one thing to hold a minor increase in intelligence for a lifetime, but in a case where intelligence has been increased enormously, you have to extend the waiting period. We went up faster, we may go down faster, way before the end of a lifespan.
Now in place of a feeble-minded shell, a man that must fear his burden on society, we have a gentleman of sensitivity and good-naturedness. And hopefully he will...
You don't really know if Algernon's intelligence is permanent. Or mine, do you?
I'm not sure. We may have presented too soon. What you say, you may have spotted a mistake.
Sorry, Doctor, it's just my superior intelligence.
I should like you all to hear a few words from Mr. Charlie Gordon.
Well, you can hear a few words. I just think you'd rather hear them in private.
I believe that this meeting is adjourned.
I've decided, doctors, that I wish to remain a staff member. I want to work on this project.
That's outrageous. May I remind you that you're the patient, not the doctor?
And you doctors have done your work well, but may I remind you that I'm smarter than you now.
He's right.
And God knows I'm motivated. Who else is going to figure out what's wrong with Algernon? And me.
Very well. You may assist us.
Alright, I want to get started as quickly as... What plans have been made for me?
What do you mean?
I'm on staff now. I have the right to know everything that pertains to the experiment, and that includes my future.
I have some things planned out. Don't even think about it.
What happens to me if I regress? Do I go back to what I was?
We have the highest hopes of permanence. We still do. We definitely...
Answer me!
If the experiment fails, there's no way of knowing whether you'll go back to the same mental level. Experiences after the experiment may leave a mark on you. You may have things such as emotional disturbances and ultimately revert back to an even more primitive level of functioning.
Well, that's really letting me have it.
Well, you wanted it.
I did, so? What happens to me then? In that case.
You'll be taken care of.
How?
It's arranged.
Tell me how!
The facility has arranged to send you to the Warren State Home and Training School.
Warren! That's where my mother sent me.
Charlie? Charlie, where have you been all day? You weren't at the lab.
Yeah, I left her at 11.
So you know about Algernon?
I know he won't eat. I know Bert's force feeding with an eyedropper. I know that when I watched him squirming under those little bands, I thought my arms and legs were tied too. And I know that I've got to stop identifying with her.
So where have you been all day?
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing?
Well, it was a nice rainy day, and I thought I'd drive in the country and just have a place to go. I went to Warren State Home.
Today?
Well, must have put up till tomorrow. What might actually happen to you tomorrow?
Charlie, you can't let yourself think like that. You've got to get a hold.
I don't have a hold. So I just let the chromosomes sort themselves out, so they let us know what's going to be coming.
How was it, Warren?
Practically a country club.
Don't be flippant.
They're nice people, they really are. They're understaffed, but there are no bars except for mentally disturbed retards. And the rest of the patients are divided between the tidies and the untidies.
What does that mean?
What do you think it means? They teach the higher morons woodworking and feed bottles to less fortunate ones. They're devoted to their patients, they really are. It's just, nobody talked about rehabilitation. No one spoke of hope.
Charlie.
The feeling was living death.
Charlie, what can I do? How can I help?
You could do many things. You could love me. You could be my wife, but Charlie won't let you. Not me, the one on the inside. Maybe on the outside very soon. I don't want people coming around feeling sorry.
It's not because I feel sorry for you. It's because I feel sorry for me.
What's that supposed to mean?
It doesn't mean it just is. And there's still time left and I want to spend it with you.
That sounds like a bad pop song.
Please don't make jokes.
I can't help it. I'm in the middle of the biggest joke ever. And I can't afford to spend any time with anyone else. There's only enough left for me.
I can't believe you want to be completely alone.
Well, I do. I don't have a future. I don't dare let myself look ahead. In a few months, weeks, days. Who knows? I'll go back to Warren. You can't follow me there.
No, once you're there, I'll do my best to forget you. But until then, why must we be alone?
I'm not myself. I'm falling apart. I won't let you watch. Alice. I don't regret the experiment.
Neither do I.
But when I tell you, it may not be very long, but maybe you'll have one that some people have in a lifetime. They all think I'm killing myself at this pace. But they don't understand. I'm at a peak of clarity and understanding that I didn't even know was possible. It's as if all the knowledge I've soaked up over the past few months has brought me to a peak of light and understanding. Like, this is truth and beauty and love all rolled into one. This is joy. And now that I found it, how can I give it up?
This is amazing. I can't believe any human being can work at this level, at this pace.
It's all brilliant work, yes. Do you understand?
It'll take science 40 years to understand what Charlie's telling us this month.
It's Algernon.
Dead?
I found him lying in the corner of his cage, stretched out like he'd been running in his sleep.
There should be a dissection.
I did it. I didn't want anyone else to. Algernon's brain had decreased in weight compared to a normal brain. And there was a general smoothing out of cerebral convolutions as well as a broadening and deepening of brain fissures.
You'll type out a report?
Is that what you care about? What about me? The same damn thing is happening inside of me!
Of course we're concerned, Charlie, but...
But we have to consider our work too, and you should feel some gratitude to us. You're indebted to us in more ways than one.
Gratitude? Since when is a guinea pig supposed to feel grateful?
Do you think you were better off before you came here?
In some ways, yes. Nobody here cares about me. Me, Charlie Gordon, whether he's a moron or a genius. Except insofar as it affects your work. Well, I served your purpose as doctors, and now I'm trying to correct your mistakes. So don't ask me for gratitude.
we did everything we could for you, Charlie.
Except treat me like a human being. Charlie Gordon was a person before he ever walked into your lab. But you think a person with an IQ of less than 100 that we don't matter, but we do.
We asked for the report because you're the only person that can do it. And we still need it for future Charlie Gordons, and we still ask for it right now for them. Except you're acting like a self-centered, spoiled ingrate.
What did I do? Did I do something wrong? My mom always told me to always be nice and friendly, and that way I don't get into trouble and I got lots of friends.
Oh my God!
Oh, I'll take you home.
What are you gonna do?
I want to bury Algernon. I don't want him thrown in the incinerator. I'll go home and I'll finish the report. Mail it in. I don't ever want to come back here.
We understand, Charlie.
Oh no, you couldn't. I'm just not on your level anymore. I passed your floor on the way up and now I'm passing it on the way down, and I don't think that I'm going to get to take this elevator again. I'm afraid, not of life or death or nothingness, just of wasting it.
as if I'd never been. The Algernon effect by Charles Gordon. The simple hypothesis here proved may be summarized in the following terms. Artificially induced intelligence deteriorates at a rate of time directly proportional to the quantity of increase.
I am sorry that my own contributions to this experiment must rest in the ashes of those of the staff and those who have done so much for me. Signed, Charles Gordon.
September 21st. I did a dumb thing today. I went back to Miss Kinnean's class, and I sat on my usual seat, and she looked at me funny. I said, "Hi, Miss Kinnean. I'm ready for the lesson, but I lost the book we was using." And then she started crying, and she ran out of the room. Isn't that funny? And I remembered that I got operation done, and I got smart, and I said, "Oh man, I pulled a real Charlie Gordon." That's why I gotta go away. To Warren State. I don't want people coming around crying for me anymore. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, or maybe someone put the evil eye on me. But that's okay. I got a new rabbit's foot, and I got some books. I can't read them, but maybe if I try really hard, I can get a little smarter than before the operation. Goodbye, Miss Kinnean, Dr. Strauss, and everybody. Your friend, Charlie Gordon.